Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. So it's official, today I have been certified insane. It is only 2 degrees Celsius. It is actually sleeting, but we're having some repair work done on the S4 today. There is a very nasty dent just on the front bump, just here. You might have, if you follow me on social media, we had someone back into the car a couple of months ago. Today I'm having someone to come out and fix it, but the car is filthy, it needs washing. So yeah, first things first, I need to wash the car in the snow. But I think this should be a really interesting process. It's safe to say I have already lost the feeling in both of my hands. It's so cold today. I've only done one side of it. Well, there she is, all washed and clean, and before anybody says anything, that was a very quick wash. I just didn't want the guys to turn up and her to be really disgusting. I know you can valet a car better, I don't have snow foam at home, but she's all clean. So this video actually takes me back to my very first Petrol Ped video I ever shot, which was about mending a dent on the back of my Mini. So it's a bit like kind of 2 years later revisiting the same thing. But the problems I have, I've got 2 dents. I don't know how well these will come up on film, but I've got this one here, which is the biggest one. And now this is going to require pulling out and then probably some paint touch-up work there. And while the guys are doing that, on this panel here, again, I'll try and zoom in to this one. I've got a dent and also the paint started to fail there. So we've basically got those 2 repairs to do. And these guys have come highly recommended. So hopefully they'll be able to do it here. We've got cover in the barn, even though the weather is horrible. So I'm going to kind of try and follow the process as much as I can. Now, the question you might be asking is, why didn't I just claim on the insurance? Well, 2 reasons. One, it happened a while ago and I just hadn't got round to doing it. 2, for the cost it's going to be for me to repair it myself. I just didn't want to have that kind of extra on my insurance premium. And then the main reason was, when I fixed the TT a few years ago, I had a piece of wood fall off the front of the car, the lorry in front of the car, and it went through the front headlamp. I got about 18 months of insurance companies ringing me up to see why I hadn't claimed any personal injuries compensation. I just didn't want that hassle, to be quite frank, so I thought I'd just get someone in and pay for it myself. So let's follow the process. I think this should be quite interesting. Okay, so the guys from Paintz have arrived, and the first job today is to try and match the colour, because for some reason I can't find my service book anywhere. And this is an Audi exclusive colour called Palace Blue. So they're kind of touching all of their various contacts in Audi. These guys do the spray work for Audi locally to try and find the right colour code. We've started to prep the car, just drying the surfaces of where they're going to respray and so on. But until we can find the right colour, we're not doing anything else. We have success. We have the paint code. It's Palace Blue, but apparently it's spelled Plas Blue for some reason. Anyway, that means we are good to go. So let's start to see what the boys are going to do. First job, mixing up the paint by weight. So we reckon that's the right colour then, boys?
Yeah, that's the right colour. I mean, when that dries, it will dry darker and it will lose the green. Makes the job easy for us getting it out rather than as well as not filling it all full of filler.
Yeah.
What you end up with, because it's gone in, you've got this high ridge all around there. You see that?
Yeah.
So when I finish getting this out, we'll tackle that down.
So while the guys were here, decided to have this fixed. So this was done in a car park in France about 2 years ago. We got some really nasty scratches, so I just said to the guys, look, can you do this as well? And they went, yeah, no worries. So they got the paint mixed, so it wasn't too much extra to get that done. So yeah, so we're getting 3 lots of spray work done on the car today. So this is a dent and some paint damage. It's so horrible watching someone take a sander to my car.
Yeah, understandably.
So the old V6T's got to come off, so this is the cunning plan to be able to put them back on in the right place. All the tricks of the trade. So this is now back into shape, much better. It's going to be filled, so all of those little tiny dents are going to look perfect, but it was quite a big dent actually. So next stop I guess is a bit of filling. So we're ready for some filler now. It's just horrible looking at my car. You can actually see the metal. It's going to look good as new soon, isn't it, boys?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, progress so far. We have filler on both the front and the rear bits of work. This is the first part of filler, just to get the shape, and then they put another filler on top to get the kind of smooth finish, and then we can start thinking about painting. But it is so cold today. We are running in and out, basically just topping up the hot coffees because it's bloody freezing. But it's a really interesting process. So I think next stop is they're going to start sanding. So this one proved to be a really tricky shape, especially just this curve here. It's now been filled and sanded, and I think that's first primer on, and it's starting to look back to how it was. So this panel now is all ready for spraying. You've basically got the little dent mark that was just there, so that's been primed and is ready to go. And as is, we walk around the front of the car. This is all ready to go as well. So there were basically some scratches down the side just there. So that's basically been ready for spraying, and there was also a chip at the front just on around about there that I've had them repair as well, so that's going to look all lovely. And then the only thing we've got to do here is we're just going to finish rubbing down that front wing where the major dent was. That's had the most amount of work and repair work, and then because of the way in which the repair's gone, they're also going to respray that panel as well. So you basically got the front wing and that panel being resprayed. We're ready for painting. Now the really worrying thing about that is it's going on and it looks bright green, but then as it's drying it's turning into the right colour. Actually it's more worrying than that, because it goes from bright green to bright blue and then it slowly dies down to the right colour. It really, really does. You're not meant to say that. You'll be
Just when it's water based. I love drying this kind of colour in black, because they do that. They go green and then they go, as they go, you know, see the green bit there, and then it goes down to.
You can see it really well on the camera.
It kind of dries in stages.
So this front wing's been primed now, and it looks absolutely superb. Considering what it looked like when we were hammering out the dent. Look at that. Still love the way it goes from green to blue.
Transition is amazing.
It's really cool. Done such a good job getting that shaping on there. It's a really difficult shape. Right, here we go. This is the lacquer going on. I'm stepping back, as you can see we've got breathing apparatus and everything going on over there. It's still, the fact it's green still is very weird. So this one is now sprayed and lacquered, and it's just drying and looking amazing. Okay, we're lacquering again. I'll stand back because of the fumes. This is when you really start to see the shine. So once the initial coat, that's about 70% of the lacquer. Once that's dried, we then put a deeper, thicker coat on. So you notice he's putting far, far more on this time. And this will be the main gloss. So we're nearly getting towards the end. So this panel now, I think all the panels have now been painted and lacquered. And then once they're dry, this panel's actually dry. The next thing is just to kind of give them a really good polish, and there's a few tiny imperfections, and they'll all be polished out. And then pretty much that's it, we're done. I have to say, the three of us, the boys are really absolutely. You alright, boys? A bit warm?
Yeah, middle of summer. T-shirt weather, really.
Baltic today. Absolutely Baltic. You're going to sand my car again?
Everyone does think, oh, why are you flatting it again?
This is just like really fine paper, just to get rid of all the, just to get rid of the final last bits of bumps and lumps. So that's all been smoothed out with, was it 2000 wet and dry?
2000 wet and dry.
And it's now going to be polished out, including this, on this top edge where the masking tape was. That'll all be kind of all blended in, and you won't see any difference there. So as you can probably tell, we are fighting a losing battle against daylight. We're literally just machine polishing the last panel. The front right hand corner and the rear left hand corner are finished, and I have to say the colour match I am so amazed by. When the paint went on, it was fascinating because it goes on this kind of bright green, and then as it dries you can slowly start to see it turn into the deep metallic blue. So all of the masking is off. As I said, the last panel's being machine polished, and we've got to stick the little V6T sticker back on the front wing, and we are all done. But I have to give a massive shout out to Paul, Garen and Jack from Paintz. They have been amazing, and I'm going to be really interested to see what some of your comments are, because doing this kind of outdoor rework and spray work these guys are all ex-body shop. They are ultra fastidious, and attention to detail watching them has been amazing. But yeah, I'm really chuffed. Let's go and sort of see the final touches, but it's been a really interesting day. But man, are we cold. I lost feeling in my toes about 2 hours ago. I think this is what you call all hands on deck, getting the final panel polished. You're still warm though, aren't you guys?
Yeah. Work hard, it keeps you warm.
Exactly. Unfortunately, because of the failing light, you're going to struggle to see just what an amazing job is, but you might just be able to see there. So that was a really nasty dent in that wing, and it just looks brilliant now. So now we put the magic stencil back on. Big reveal. Ta-da! Look at that. And the final finishing touches. So here they are, the boys that have fixed the S4. The guys from Paintz, so I'm going to put their details below, but if you need any kind of paintwork fixing on your car, these are the chaps. How warm are you at the moment?
Lovely. Not very.
Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video. These guys are going to go off and get warm, but if you have done so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. We're going to go home and get warm though. Anyway, you take guys from the guys at Paintz. See you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe. See you later, boys.